This is unprecedented in how tense things are. How both countries. This is the abyss. This is the abyss. To kill, assassinate a man who is referred to as the second most powerful man in Iran, a potential successor to the supreme leader. He was killed after arriving at the airport in Baghdad, a U.S. airstrike. He was targeted. I mean, this operation was pre-planned. They knew he was coming. They knew where to strike. They were targeting him. And the fallout has been global. We've had leaders all over the world, officials come out for, against, urging calm and de-escalation. And the Iranians, convening the National Security Council, they have one message, the entire Iranian hierarchy, that there will be consequences, retaliation.
The U.S. act of international terrorism, targeting and assassinating General Soleimani, the most effective force fighting Daesh, ISIS, al-Nusra, al-Qaeda, et al., is extremely dangerous and a foolish escalation. The U.S. bears responsibility for all consequences of its rogue adventurism.
There is, as of yet, no indication how exactly the Iranians will respond to this, but they haven't launched any missiles yet. And, they aren't stupid, they're intelligent people. They probably understand a war with the United States is the last thing they need, but I doubt that they'll leave this, without an answer.
And so how is the US justifying the move?
Well, the United States is saying that he was the ultimate bad guy. This is from the State Department. This is in American press, that we just killed the world's #1 bad guy. This is Qassem Soleimani. He was at the forefront of the fight against ISIS in Iraq. When it seemed like ISIS, the jihadists, were going to take the whole country, it was he who helped organize the PMFs, the Popular Mobilization Forces, Iraqi civilians banding together to resist ISIS, and successfully, while the army was in shambles as they got their things in order, helped by the coalition, but they defeated ISIS. What the United States has been saying is that he is responsible for the deaths of 517 Americans over the years, that he was complicit, that he had a role to play in the recent spate of attacks on U.S. bases, culminated in a U.S.-led airstrike against Syrian and Iraqi units, military units. That, again, led to the siege of the U.S. embassy, again, unprecedented, in the Green Zone, a fortified embassy that was besieged. And it was, by the way, Iranian-backed proxies, as they refer to them, that urged protesters to withdraw, to leave the embassy alone. Nevertheless, the United States said that the threat presented by him was continuing, that he had done plenty of bad things, and that this was the United States, they're saying, defending themselves.
At the direction of the president, the U.S. military has taken decisive defensive action to protect U.S. personnel abroad by killing Qassem Soleimani. This strike was aimed at deterring future Iranian attack plans. The United States will continue to take all necessary action to protect our people and our interests wherever they are around the world.
Reaction is very polarized to this, both among U.S. public society. People are split. Some are saying this was a stupid escalation that, pushed America and Iran to the brink of war. Others are saying that they support President Trump's decision to carry out this attack. In the press, there's a lot of competing messages that contradict each other as well. American politicians likewise split. You've had presidential candidates coming out and saying that this was a stupid thing to do. It was a needless escalation. And you have others coming out and saying, well, look, the Iraqis, some of them, are celebrating.
Iraqis dancing in the street for freedom, thankful that General Soleimani is no more.
America and Iran should solve their problems outside Iraq. We do not want them to solve it here. We do not celebrate the killing of Soleimani or anyone else, because this will not serve us at the end of the day.
Now, tell us more about the reaction in the US, because apparently Trump has acted unilaterally here. I understand that leading Democrats are furious that Trump has acted without seeking permission from Congress first.
Well, that is something that they have been talking about. He didn't notify anyone in Congress, in the House and the Senate, that they were going to carry out this assassination. So he didn't seek any authorization, which he doesn't have to if there's an imminent threat that is, an attack that is going to happen. There's no time. But in this case, there was no evidence presented of an attack. And some people in Congress are saying, why weren't we told?
The administration has conducted 2 night strikes in Iraq, targeting high-level Iranian military officials and killing Iranian Quds Force commander Qassem Soleimani without an authorization for use of military force against Iran. Further, this action was taken without the consultation of the Congress.
Trump's immediate comment on this assassination was to tweet an American flag, just an American flag. And interesting thing, one of the first responses is a retweet of his. He accused President Barack Obama of attempting to start a war, provoking a war with Iran to boost his ratings, to boost his poll numbers. And now we're in a situation where Trump is accused of doing so, especially with impeachment just around the corner. But ultimately, we'll have to wait and see how this all ends, whether this will continue to escalate, and all that hinges on Iran's reaction to this brazen assassination.